Coming up on Mountain News at 6, water issues continue for some folks in Harlan County. What officials say the cause could be. And the latest on an officer-involved shooting that occurred in a Walmart parking lot in Madison County.
And a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for portions of Laurel County. Details coming up.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
We've had nice weather for much of the day, but rain chances are returning for the next few days, and some of those storms could be strong tonight. We already have one severe thunderstorm warning. WYMT First Alert meteorologist Eric Dean has the latest on this First Alert weather day. Eric.
That's right, Steve. As you mentioned, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. This is in effect for portions of Laurel County. This does include the city of London. This goes into effect until 6:15. Here's a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar right now, and you can see right here, I have I-75 highlighted. If you look right here, this area is shaded in this light gray. That's where we are seeing some quarter-sized hail being picked up right now on the radar scan. So if you have plans to travel along I-75, or if you know anybody traveling along I-75, here's your First Alert hail is being picked up now on live pinpoint Doppler radar. That is quarter-sized hail. Again, some places could see 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well. This is the scene at the London Corbin Airport. Look how low those clouds are in the background here. You can see that rain just pushing through the London Corbin Airport as we speak. And that's just the precursor as to what's to come. You can see here on live pinpoint Doppler radar just to the west of us over towards Lexington, Danville, Columbia, that line of showers and thunderstorms. This is going to push its way into our area as we go into the next hour or so. The first wave about 64 miles from eastern Kentucky's doorstep. The second wave about 183 miles from our doorstep. Temperatures right now 70s and 80s, low 70s towards Wise, upper 70s towards Clintwood, otherwise 80s from Louisa over towards Manchester. First Alert weather day continues for tonight. Storm chances will pick up. The main timing will take us into the evening and overnight hours. Heavy wind, hail, and a very low tornado chance is in the forecast. Details in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes. Steve.
All right, could be a busy evening, Eric. Thank you. Water outages continue to plague folks in parts of Harlan County. WYMT's Caroline Mueller spoke to one woman about the toll the consistent outages have on day-to-day life.
In the Wallens Creek, Cold Iron, and surrounding areas of Harlan County, many folks' faucets are running dry once again.
Over the last year, I'm going to say probably at least every month to every 6 weeks, there is a water issue.
Kayla Brummett says her frustrations are growing as the constant outages have been a financial, physical, and mental burden.
There's no getting up and washing dishes, starting laundry. I'm a stay-at-home parent. I'm disabled. There's nothing that I can do. We're having to go to the creek, to the river to get water, to pack, to flush our toilets, to water our animals.
Judge Executive Dan Mosley says this outage is different from the issues folks faced in the fall and winter months. This time, a major line break along Kentucky 3152 is to blame, and crews are still working to pinpoint the exact location of the break.
It's a 140 gallon per minute leak, 140 gallon per minute break, which is about 8,400 gallons an hour. That goes a long way in filling a tank with water.
Mosley says he feels for those who are impacted.
It's a reminder of what they dealt with 3, 4, 5 months ago. There's no question. It is extremely frustrating to me as well. You sometimes feel like you make 2 steps forward and take 3 steps back.
Brummett says she is especially concerned for vulnerable communities being affected by this.
I worry about the disabled and elderly in our community. They don't have Facebook. They don't know when the water's coming back. They don't know the distribution points of water, and they're just stuck.
In the meantime, the Black Mountain Utility District has been awarded a $3 million grant to address long-term water issues. It is funding that officials hope will help reduce future outages and improve the overall system. For now, residents remain in limbo, hoping for quick solutions. In Harlan County, Caroline Mueller, WYMT Mountain News.
Wallens Elementary School students are not in their classrooms this week due to those outages. Right now, the county is giving out water at the Wallens Creek Fire Department. A Big Stone Gap, Virginia man was sentenced to more than 12 years in prison for conspiring with others to distribute fentanyl and meth. Court documents say James Eugene Gamble conspired with others to distribute large amounts of meth and fentanyl in Southwest Virginia. Gamble served as a major supplier of methamphetamine in Lee and Wise counties, selling more than 10 kilograms of methamphetamine between October 2023 and March 2024. A Pike County woman is facing charges after being accused of a carjacking. State police received a call about the incident at a gas station yesterday. Police say they noticed a woman trying to take someone else's keys to their vehicle in the parking lot. Police say the victim told them Darla Yates tried to take her keys. Yates was taken to the Pike County Detention Center. A missing Whitley County man was last seen on Sunday. 37-year-old Matthew Strickland was last seen when he saved a young girl from drowning in the Cumberland River. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife says a body has now been found. The Whitley County coroner has not confirmed the identity, but friends and family believe it is Matthew. Maggie Rickerby spoke to loved ones today.
It feels like a dream. Like, it's unbelievable.
It was the day Matt Strickland's 6-year-old daughter was baptized. The celebration was to fish here at this boat ramp with his daughter, 2 of her friends, and Matt's wife, Mackenzie. Friends and family are speaking on behalf of Mackenzie. They say young girls were left unattended swimming in the river.
One of them started yelling that her sister was drowning, and Matt's the kind of person that's not going to stand by and just see what happens. He jumped into action.
And Matt dove in their direction and got the little girl to where she could get to the bank.
They say the girl's older guardian helped the girl who was saved get the rest of the way out of the water. Still in the water, Matt started struggling and yelling for help.
Matt's wife was saying, "You're 20 feet from him, help him, he needs help." And that man said, "I can't," and he walked away.
Matt went underwater. Loved ones say Mackenzie tried to help her husband but couldn't and called 911. Friends and family are still trying to process what has happened over the last few days.
I got a phone call from my mom that she said he was drowning, and I was 30 minutes away from out of town, and I tried to get over here as fast as I could.
Caleb Strickland is Matt and Mackenzie's son. He says his dad's actions reflect who he is.
He's always had that kind of heart and like to step up when nobody else would and really do what needs to be done.
Through the emotional turmoil, loved ones say Matt's actions were selfless and he gave his life for another. In Whitley County, Maggie Rickerby, WKYT.
Friends and family say they want to see more safety measures at the boat ramp, including life jackets. Rockcastle County school officials say a school bus was involved in a crash this afternoon. Students on board were taken by bus to the hospital with minor injuries, reportedly scrapes and bruises. Rockcastle Regional Hospital officials said they were temporarily closing its outpatient registration area to treat the students. We now know the date of a federal jury trial for a man who reportedly had plans to bomb a major city. Maria Barwad was arrested in Bell County after he was tracked down by police. He was later taken to the Barberville Police Department. That's when police learned he had searched on his cellular device how to make a bomb to shut down New York City. Barwad was later indicted by a grand jury. His trial will begin at 8:30 a.m. on May 22nd in London. A shooting outside a central Kentucky Walmart led to a lengthy police investigation this morning. Police say an officer fired into a car after a driver tried to back over him. Police in Berea in Madison County were investigating a stolen car when everything happened. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more about the violent encounter in the parking lot.
Walmarts are obviously very busy places, and the one here in Berea no different. And around 6:30 this morning, a stolen vehicle spotted here. Berea police were called, and when they responded, one officer quickly found himself in harm's way. Berea police officers walked up to a red Chevrolet when they say the driver put the car in reverse and tried to hit them. One officer was pinned between the car and a pickup truck. That officer was able to then fire multiple rounds into the car, as evidenced by the bullet holes and shell casings. There were 2 men and 1 woman inside the car.
At this time, 2 individuals have been transported to a local hospital, as well as the Berea police officer with with minor injuries.
The woman was taken into custody for questioning. Police say there was no danger to customers. This Walmart did not close while the investigation was taking place. It remained open to business and to customers. However, the front part of the parking lot was roped off with crime scene tape. In Madison County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Berea police say they will be filing charges against the people inside the car. Police have not released the names of the suspects or of the officers involved. If you are flying on May 7th or beyond, you will need to have your real ID on hand or another acceptable form of ID to get through the airport checkpoint. Mark Howe with TSA says nationwide approximately 81% of folks have their real ID. CBS News data confirms only about 36% of all IDs in Kentucky are real ID compliant. If you are planning to fly and do not yet have one, Howe says you can expect to face delays when you come to the airport. Governor Andy Beshear is requesting more counties receive approval for individual federal assistance following the flooding earlier this month. In his request, Governor Beshear is looking for 16 additional counties to receive assistance, including one in our area, Powell County. This comes as 13 counties in Kentucky were approved for individual assistance yesterday. When it comes to bad weather, Kentuckians have seen it all in recent years, with many being able to cite a specific storm or weather event that has impacted their life. The CDC says following disastrous weather, mental health problems can increase. Researchers also found specifically that weather-related mental health problems were linked to displacement and loss of a sense of place and home, all feelings that could be brought back by severe weather in the forecast.
It could be racing winds that would be like rattling trees, thunder. It could be lightning causing that sensory input. All these different things that are sensory based may trigger that kind of an anxiety response.
While we are not able to control the weather, we can prepare. Arvin says she really appreciates how folks come together in a time of need and commends the resilience of Kentuckians when it comes to dealing with adversity.
Severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for portions of Laurel County has since expired. Now it's going to push into portions of Jackson and Clay County, but we're not out of the woods yet. Details coming up.
And Kentucky Derby 151 is this weekend, but folks in Louisville are already celebrating leading up to the Run for the Roses. We'll have a look at some of those events.